Hello everyone, welcome to the video. My name is Cosolix. Today we're going to be going over the greatest Brawlhalla set of all time. So if you don't know, Boomi played against Sandstorm at BCX 2018 Winners Finals. This was Sandstorm's first LAN event ever. I believe first major win as well. He won one tournament in that year, which is like kind of a smaller tournament. But anyways, this set made history. It has over 2 million views 4 years ago. And it's the greatest set of all time. So we're gonna be watching, really going into the deep analysis over like certain interactions and why pros did certain things at the time. Let's get right into this.
They both beat each other once. Okay. So Outplayer just made they each got one.
Oh my god, this
Winner, Boomi
whole
got
small
one,
brawl
and
map.
Autumn, Boomi got one.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this more.
Overall this year in
Kinda.
terms of
I don't know. I like the
sets,
coloring
in
a
favor
lot
of
more.
Boomi, and
I
they're
feel like
on
the current small
shipwreck,
brawl is a little
which
dull.
means early kills
So yeah,
will
Mordex
count.
is, well, Sandstorm's on the
Any
Mordex,
of
Boomi
these
on the
players could use a
Diana.
signature for a
A
quick
little bit
spike,
neutral.
but we're seeing
Nice
Sandstorm start off
little
with the
follow-up.
gauntlet string.
Really safe,
Boomi on the
smart.
corner,
That
throws
down
up the
sig's a
down
bit
sig little bit early.
risky.
Boomi almost
Sandstorm
catches
always
the
goes for a little
ground
bit of risky options.
Boomi
Back
still
then,
gonna touch the
though,
wall.
it was
Another
less
ground pound.
capitalized than today.
Wall touch will happen because
Nice.
that weapon
Look
toss
at like
from
the
Boomi
movement.
helping
Like
to cover him from
people
Sandstorm,
didn't
but
know
now
about these
Sandstorm got
dash
his sight in
cancels
hand.
and
Let's see a
whatnot.
quick dash
Nice.
jump ground pound, but Boomi
Nice
stays
recovery.
underneath it, able to dodge
Nice
through.
Endlight. Endlight went unpunished. Nice side sig.
But it's gonna be a point
A lot
blank
back and
side
forth so
signature
far.
from
Nothing too
Sandstorm.
crazy.
That's gonna
Sandstorm
send
just
Boomi
getting a little bit.
off screen, almost to death.
Here, let's analyze exactly how Sandstorm found that KO right there, which definitely set the tone of the set. Okay, so yeah, just Sandstorm's kind of just like there, and like just Boomi just like backdash Endlights to try and like go for aggression. A lot of just like dumb mistakes you're gonna see in this older gameplay than today. Like that kind of stuff you can't get away with as much. Even at Sarah as well, that's a mistake.
Looking for the quick turnaround there with some unarmed offstage gameplay. Ground pounding.
Clean, just kind of wait,
Definitely
being
trying to
smart.
stress this offstage
You
against
see like
Sandstorm.
Sandstorm, he's not just going off stage blindly. Like a lot of people force the off stage interaction. He sits on stage and just waits for Boomi to make a mistake and then capitalizes. Same thing here. He's not just like going straight off stage. So Boomi made a jump and then Sandstorm kind of saw it coming and delighted. A little bit extension, but that's fine. You're on sight. It's kind of worth it. Nice delight. Nice ground pound. Didn't have a dodge. Good try on the side sig. He kind of fast fell. Boomi, every time he gets hit off stage, he fast falls towards the stage. It's like really good. It's something that other pros like barely do. Even to this day, he always fast falls Boomi. At least against Lance, 0 to deaths. Nice. Boomi, and this is how I like playing his blasters. He makes so many mistakes on blasters in terms of like, at least back then and maybe a year ago, he uses so many punishable mistakes and just like raw neutral for tempo, but just overdoes it a lot. How I used to beat Boomi consistently back then, and I did pretty consistently beat him in like 2018. Like I beat him at Austin and whatnot. Not super consistently, but I definitely beat him a good amount. Same in 2019, except for some lands. We've been like 50-50 all forever. But anyways, I would just wait out these blaster side lights and end lights, and then would just like Lance side light. So you might see that a lot. Like he went for a blaster end light, got down sigs, you know.
The dunk. The down signature.
Also, back then, these Mordex sigs had way more force than they do today. It's kind of ridiculous. Good try on the ground pound. It's good tempo. And then that's a good dodge read. Yeah, a lot of these Mordex sigs got completely gutted over 2019. And they're still good today. It's crazy. Nice. Nice from Boomi. Like that down, Boomi just does some stupid stuff sometimes. It's weird. At least he used to a lot more than today. Today he's gone a way better with decision making like that. But back then, we don't see these dash cancels. We don't see empty hops very much. The gameplay is just completely night and day. Yeah, that whole off stage is just.
Sandstorm takes game
Yeah,
one. I think Boomi
just clean from
was
Sandstorm. I really want you guys to watch Boomi's blasters. Like he has some great advantage today. As you can see, almost a 4-piece right there. But watch a neutral, he'll just kind of go for these crazy options. Okay, that was, he punished a dodge really well there. Want to actually see how he landed that there. He decided to dare before Sandstorm was spot dodging. That is risky. He was just feeling it. Yeah, he saw the dodge, so then went for this down air. And this down air is like fast. It's hard to punish. right? Because you're moving so much. Gets a little three-peat. Sandstorm jumps out, which is nice. Now look at this. He's decided to do this before he saw Sandstorm dodge. He's just using it for pure aggression. He's just running at him, basically. That probably wouldn't go well today with empty hops and whatnot. Because defensive options in Brawl are way better today, or at least they've been more explored in the meta. Thanks, Megd and everyone. It's not just Megd, I'm just like flaming Megd. Yeah, just clean. A lot of just clean interactions. He won like 3 or 4 interactions in a row there, but a lot of, I wouldn't say luck with like the dodge and whatnot. Maybe it's slightly more reads, but a lot of the same way of winning neutral. That's what I mean like, also with Boomi's blasters. Like side light there is just like not the right option. Even end light there, this is tempo. He can't really punish. Yeah, he just missed it. But just a lot of over attacks on Boomi. Look how much tempo, like end lights and dares. Boomi does the tempo just the same as Sandstorm. Definitely probably even learned to do it from Sandstorm too. Both are king of tempo. Or maybe Sandstorm learned it from Boomi, I don't even know. But just a lot of throwing out these attacks. Boomi loves just like keeping a range from throwing out attacks. But that decision making is also a cost sometimes. Very clean. Like, okay, that D-Light I would have punished a different way because he didn't have a dodge and the side sig. Side sig was a little slow. But he was going for kill options because he's in red, and also he just needs the kill, so he's being conditioned.
Still needs to hit this, the recovery, and Boomi is done for, but all that just to get the first stock. Sandstorm's already stuck on his second in deep red.
I can't believe this says 2 million views when I was there. Like, look at that. That was bad. It's just mashing, right? Like, and you just see these mistakes way more in older gameplay. Look at this. So downlight is completely wrong punish. Okay, then Sandstorm whiffs a Sarah, and then Boomi whiffs a side light, and then he whiffs a immediate. Why are you down sigging and wasting a dodge against Scythe on the left side of a map? Like, yeah, you almost got hit with all that. You got out, which is nice, but it's just like he took all that damage basically for just mashing. That's the only like big downfall. Let's go over that option. That was crazy. But yeah, you just can't mash in winners finals of the world championship today. If you did this today, you'd lose to like anyone. That's such a clean combo. With Twilight definitely had some like crazy options like that. That's literally lost neutral once and then got lost neutral twice while in disadvantaged state. So it wasn't so much neutral, he was in disadvantaged state. All that happened because he mashed a down sig basically and then didn't recover properly. Or perfectly or whatever. Crazy.
I'm surprised he's staying with the gauntlets. The Scythe looks so clean.
It was like one interaction. Same thing there. Like I don't know why you're recovering. Just like a lot of like dumb plays from Boomi here. Like look at this. Sandstorm is obviously sitting there. That little bit of movement, Sandstorm goes right next to the wall and then holds back is why Boomi thought he could recovery, but like I just it's too risky. There's a weapon on the middle of the stage. Go to the weapon. And now you ate 2 attacks because of that. Nice recovery. Broken. Back then it had more force too. That probably wouldn't kill today. Maybe. It was kind of deep red. It was like light red. Sandstorm staying on the island with Scythe. Really clean nairs. Tons of priority. Ooh. Was that 4 nairs in a row that he actually landed? That's broken. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Nice. Didn't do that much damage. He's definitely taking the lead though. Look how much range he's just playing with. Tons of spacing and range in this tempo. That side light's bad. It's always like he's throwing out so much tempo, Boomi, and it's great until he just makes one really dumb tempo decision because he's like has a mashing habit like there as well. Our recovery smart, tons of momentum. That side light as well. There's just so many like mashing bad habits here that like is costing Boomi this lead. And now he's already like losing slightly. Nice there. That side light's a good. End light's good. That side light's good. Tons of tempo. That down light is risky. And there's no reason to downlight here because Sandstorm hasn't done anything. Like, you can kind of see what I mean. he's just kind of running away. There's no reason to downlight here because it's just way too risky. I know you're trying to get the KO and whatnot to bring this set back, but this is like what he wants.
Oh, he's unarmed. That is going to dare does Sandstorm takes game 2. Sandstorm.
Boomi lost that to himself. Like Sandstorm's a good player, but it's like when you're making those obvious mistakes, and it's just like mashing mistakes. It's just too much. Obviously these players don't make like, well, Boomi doesn't make that mistake today as much, but you still see it a bit. But Sandstorm is definitely like, he's the first to really capitalize on those mistakes, unlike any other player. I actually cannot believe Twilight is the most popular map in this set. That is like crazy to me. This map is banned, but it's the most popular and the biggest set of all time. The greatest. That's crazy. Yeah, great opening. Gambit? Sparky, are we playing chess? And the rock! Boomi with the sideline! I'm gonna start doing that if something crazy happens. Yeah, like that sidelight there is an overextension. That D-light's a good wake up. It worked, I guess, but risky, really risky. I'm kind of over analyzing Boomi, but that's also because he's losing. It's easier to analyze a person losing because they're making more mistakes. Like, okay, that D-light was crazy tempo, but Sandstorm probably could have punished that. Just chose the wrong option. It's good. Even that dare, Sandstorm actually capitalized on that dare. That's crazy. Like, if I'm Boomi, I would have thrown that dare out as well. Just kind of like looking at it all. Like, he is in a dodge frame here, or a dash frame, whatever. One of the two, I can't tell. But anyways, he's moving to the left, Sandstorm. Boomi is jumping up with this dare and holding to the right. Sandstorm hanging there here is like really clean. You wouldn't think that kind of gets hit. So that was really good from Boomi. A lot of playing on the wall here. Doesn't have a weapon. Bit risky. That Sarah's like that decision making, thinking, oh, I can punish the side sig is dumb. Look at where the side sig is. Look where Boomi is. Like, you kind of have to stay focused today. You cannot try and go for the side sig. This is pure tempo from Sandstorm. You cannot go for this. That's bad. And then that dare is even worse. That was bad from Sandstorm, but it was no recovery frames. You had the end light. It was a bait. Ooh, going for that Sarah as well. Stop punishing aerials with aerials. It's such like, if you don't land it, it's so risky. Look at this. Sandstorm Sarahing. His Sarah's done. There's no chance Boomi can punish. This is so bad. And then Sandstorm barely missed that. It would have been the match. Boomi's down 2-0. That would have been the set right there, basically. It would have been a huge lead. Sandstorm's only light orange. It's good Boomi doing whatever it takes to survive. Okay, maybe it's not the set, because this set obviously keeps going. But still. Let's see how Boomi brings this back. I haven't seen this set in a long time. I remember, like, key moments, but I don't remember, like, the gameplay as much. What was a ground pound? This is crazy. Look at that tempo even today. Like, he was the first of, like, Boomi and Sandstorm were the first really thinking about tempo. It's something I didn't think about at the time, and I got 7th in this tournament. Top 8 on LAN. Look at this. Like, look at this Sarah. There's no way this Sarah is ever going to land. But Sandstorm knew that. It's all tempo. I talk about this so often, but it's just something that people don't think about. That these guys obviously do, and they were just so ahead of their time thinking about this stuff. I didn't on Lance, and my Nair is like tons of tempo at the time. Like, I could have done so much more. It was just understanding a game plan that involved it. Who is this? Let's see this again. This side sig is incredibly risky. Sandstorm just got the weapon. That's fine. Okay. Nice little, like, dodge down, whatever. That downlight is risky. This down sig was before the downlights. They both threw out attacks with no purpose behind them. And then Sandstorm misses a key punish. And then he misses another one. And then that's so Mickey Mouse. Might be able to bust out some good stuff here, but yet to get look at all this tempo from Sandstorm. He's just mashing. He is just mashing. Look at this.
get any more
1,
momentum. Really,
2,
we've seen him go for the
3.
down signature with this bow.
He hasn't taken very much
I think it was more than that. Whatever.
damage, though. He has Sandstorm and basic kill percent at this
Clean
point.
little
We're seeing
combo.
some of the gauntlet damage come out.
1,
Sandstorm with the weapon
2.
toss.
That was a
Nice
dumb
down
Sarah.
sig from
Good down
Boomi.
sig.
He's been really showing
Both
that
players
he
will
wants to
make
get
dumb
that down
mistakes
sig,
in
puts it
tempo.
perfectly
I just
on
think
that
Boomy's
corner
blasters
slice
makes a
against
bit more
Storm.
dumb
That was even up the
mistakes
stocks.
than like, at least for me, it's easier to punish because he's always horizontal. Like Boomy's like end light and side light and whatnot. On Lance, I can just side light, right? But Gauntlets, it's like harder because you're in like Scythe 2. Sometimes you're in different positions. Like Gauntlet side light throws you up in the air and whatnot. So when it's aerial like that and you're changing your what's it called, your y-axis, like X and Y, if it's only X, it's easy on Lance. But if it's like changing vertically, it's like harder to punish. If that all makes sense.
Weapon toss from
I can
Boomi.
draw it out, but
Both
let's
of them
watch the
throwing
set.
their weapons at each other. Now they're both unarmed, but Boomy's gonna be
That
able to pick up the
Ensig,
weapon
tempo,
spot.
that end light, all unpunishable.
Oh, neutral
That
stick
Ensig is
connects.
crazy. Just a lot of the time they just throw random stuff to win neutral. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that's Sarah's. That was a good punish with the side light. Good ground pound. Okay. Let's see how the Boomster brings us back.
He is one stock away from sending Boomi into the lower bracket. and
You'll also see
guaranteeing
none
his
of them
top
use
3
empty hops.
placement.
They don't use dash cancels.
This
This
could be
is like,
big.
that's newer stuff from the Stingray meta. When
Stingray
Stingray got good in 2020, that was the first like shift in phase again between Brawlhalla Pros. I think there's been like 2 major waves of Brawlhalla Pros. There's like the 2016-2017 era, then there's the 2018-2019 early 2020 era, and then there's the 2021-2022, and now going into 2023 with the Luna and Godly era. It's very interesting. Vondicate, make a video on it. Oof, I know what Sandstorm is going for there. Like that Ensig is just totally mashing. You can get away with it a lot more back then, but yeah. Good end light, good nair.
Has the damage lead right here, but you know Sandstorm can negate that so quickly.
Look at this movement from Sandstorm. Wasn't even like using any tempo there. That dare was bad. That end light was bad from Sandstorm. Just a lot of whiffs. Boomy's just capitalizing on. Maybe Sandstorm got a bit nervous in this situation. I would be too. Good Sarah from Boomi. That's such a nice Sarah from Boomi. That landing Sarah is like completely kind of unpunishable from Gauntlets with the positioning. Look at this. Your option here is like downlight, which keeps your momentum. Maybe a dash downlight could have worked here. I don't know why Sandstorm nared, but it's definitely it's hard to punish that bow Sarah while holding completely forward against Gauntlets that don't have a lot of horizontal range. Right, so this is super clean. Baits out an attack from Sandstorm, wins it. Super clean tempo. Ooh. No dodge. That's a mistake from Sandstorm. Watch this. Boomi hits that, gets the dodge, has not touched. Right, so he has no dodge, has not touched. I don't know if he has a jump. I'm actually curious. If he doesn't have a jump, Sandstorm could have like through this set. Let's see. You can tell from the jump animation. It's not red, but it's like the last one's flat. That's the flat jump. Or is it the second one's the flat jump? Yeah, I don't think he has a jump. I think the last one's flat. So you have no jump, I don't think. And you took a dodge. If he doesn't jump, yeah, I don't think he had a jump. Sandstorm could have nared, GCD light, nair again, or something like that. I don't know. Like, you could have done other stuff and get the kill. Like, that was bad. Like, he hit a follow-up, but it just wasn't that optimal. He didn't notice the dodge. He could have won the set 3-0 from that. Yeah, if he did a bit more damage, that Ensig would have killed. And he would have done a little bit more damage than just a recovery. Oh, man. Yeah, he's like... Yeah. Dude... The age of us at the time here, this is 2018. I'm the same age as Boomi and Sandstorm. So 2018, dude, we were 16. This is November, so yeah, we were all 16. That is ridiculous. 16-year-olds. Wrenched was 15. So 4 out of top 8, 16, 16, 16, 15. Crazy. Also, Brawlhalla Pros, like, since the multiverse is released, it kind of proved like we are pros in this industry and can play other games too, when at an even playing field in terms of practice. I don't know if you know what multiverses, but Sandstorm is one of the best multiverses player. I would say I'm one of the best multiverses players. Tiffany as well. Experience as well is phenomenal.
Nice opening start for Boomi. Not quite as big as we've seen Sandstorm
not
open up
to
with before.
boost my
Taking his
ego,
opponent
but
from
I
white to
beat
orange
Sandstorm
in
last
the
tournament
first 15 to
twice.
20 seconds.
He beat me on land though, but I beat him twice last tourney, so that
Sandstorm
works.
struggling to
Last time
find
we
a
played.
huge opening at this moment. See
Yeah,
retreating
they
to the
took- he
wall,
took
trying to
the
get a
L.
little bit of a breather,
Anyways.
going right over the corner of that with the scythe recovery.
Ooh, that was a bad punish. I like how Boomi's playing this. Just wait this. He's sitting in the shenanigan zone and he's just throwing out nairs. Look at this. He goes down intentionally and then nairs. That is hilarious. There's a reason why this map was banned. Dude, imagine going undo the map to get advantage state. And it's in the center of the map. That's so crazy. This whole map. Dude, this whole set was played on Mickey Mouse maps. Only one of these 4 games so far was Small Brawl. That's crazy. Nice Sarah, nice Sarah.
I don't know how Boomi is punishing those side sticks. He's
I
not
think this
twice
is the
now.
game Boomi
I
3 stock.
swear there's
Because,
some miracles out there.
yeah, it definitely was. This is a Mickey. That was a bad D-light.
So good.
This is a Mickey Mouse map. I don't know why Sandstorm took him on this map.
Pick up dare from Boomi.
Oh,
Over another one. Ground
Same.
pound. Sandstorm is
It's a Mickey
out.
Mouse
One
map.
stock
Like, why
left
did
for
I don't know why he
Sandstorm.
played
Oh
this.
my god.
It's just like complete advantage state on Boomi, who offstage Boomi was like the best
What
offstage
an
player in the
immediate
world,
comeback from
and
Boomi
like
this game.
there's
That's so
barely any
crazy
wall
because it
slip
was
at this
last stock
time.
red. Now
Not
all
like
of a sudden
today.
Boomi
You
is
can't.
2
You could be
stocks up.
offstage here for quite a bit. With like
Downloaded
we haven't seen wall slip like
Sandstorm.
once. And
This
makes
is kind of
sense.
the same thing that happened to Lil Capped against LDZ, but just a little bit more quickly with LDZ.
Lil Cap
as it
played
only took
LDZ,
one
huh?
loss for LDZ to turn it around and find the edge.
Dude, I miss seeing Lil Cap compete.
Sandstorm needs to finish this stock off of
He
Boomi.
got good around the
Can't
same
get the
time
di-
as me. Clean ground down.
Are you-
Let's break down how he hit that ground pound.
Can't get the
Okay, wait 1 sec. Okay,
Sandstorm.
let's break this down
needs to
again.
finish
Nice
this
nair.
stock off of-
Sandstorm goes for the dare. This is a crazy punish. He had 3 stocks to work with, but like just a really good option.
Can't get the dare.
I would not go for that if it's a tie game, but yeah. He is shaking. He's like,
Look at Boomi right now.
He's not scared. He is just like,
that before.
you could see how badly he wants to win a BCX, especially after seeing his boy LDZ win 2 times in a row.
That is raw
Makes
intensity.
sense. And LDZ and Boomi were like, I don't know how close they actually were, but they for sure respected each other.
Right here.
Great gauntlet play.
Oh, I remember seeing that combo. I was like, that is disgusting. Let's break down how Sandstorm knew how to hit this, okay? Like, what are
Where
the
Boomi
parameters to hitting
won
this combo?
Previously.
Okay. Let's see. So, you bait out a recovery. Actually, you bait out a dodge, so you nair. They Boomi dodge. Has not touched. What options did he waste? I didn't even see because it happened that
Previously,
fast.
I guess Boomi
He has both jumps, but no dodge.
won
So no
the
dodge.
last-
That's the second jump. Sorry, there's one more jump, I
This was
think. I can't
his
actually,
pick.
it's hard to tell. I forget
But
what
a
it
game-
is. Let me break that down again.
I guess
Whoopsie.
Boomi won
It happens
the
so fast.
last
Unless
game.
you're like really focused and
was
in flow,
his
it's like hard to hit this.
Pick.
Okay, waste the chase dodge.
We're gonna
So I guess doesn't have a dodge. I actually don't know how the chase dodge timer works to this day compared to
Game
diagonal
5.
dodges. So yeah, it doesn't have a dodge. The chase down timer is on a different timer. That's what I thought.
Situation
You touch
right
grounded,
here.
so Boomi has his dodge here. Doesn't dodge the first. Dodges down, so he captures the dodge. Right? GCD light, Boomi didn't jump. That's
Great
true.
gauntlet.
And then that covers a potential jump, which Boomi just didn't jump, but you would have jumped into it anyways. With no dodge, yeah, that was all confirmed.
Ground pound.
Just
Boomi's
clean
still
advantage
living the
state.
nair.
Nice nair.
Boomi's still living. He's got the wall. Sandstorm
And at this
backs
point,
up,
if you're
tries to
Boomi,
cover
like,
this
you're
off
scared.
platform
Yeah,
side,
going for the
backs him
recovery
off
there
of
is
it.
kind of
Boomi
risky.
still has jumps.
If you're Boomi here, you just gotta go up and
Sandstorm.
around. Those end lights, when there's 2 weapons on stage, is so
He still
dumb.
has jumps.
This is greed. This is even more greed when you have 2 weapons on the stage like
Sandstorm
this.
basically saying,
Now
"I
Sands,
shouldn't have
yeah,
taken this
it was
long."
greed, pure
Utilizing the
greed.
hit
He
stun
wanted
from
it
the
too
weapon
badly,
toss
too
to
quickly.
confirm the neutral signature.
Well, yeah, and that's what I mean with the tempo and blasters. You can't be doing that
Back
so
and
much.
forth between these 2 players.
You can't be doing like these
Sandstorm
end lights
picks
and
up the
side lights
sights, picks
too
up the
much.
damage. Boomi!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Shoving
That's
into the
greed.
center.
That side sig. Absolute greed from
Around.
Boomi.
Sandstorm lets him get to the wall.
It's more losing to himself and just giving Sandstorm these
Goes
blessings.
to the
That doesn't
recovery.
kill.
Not gonna kill.
Not
He didn't
gonna
even
kill.
proc into
Also, by the way, fun fact, if you want to know if it kills or not back then, before they reduced the force, this is what I would do. Mid-hit, if you see it flash red at all, it kills. If it doesn't flash red, it doesn't kill.
He like
So it didn't flash red,
Not
doesn't
gonna
kill.
kill. He didn't even proc
That's
the
what
red
I would do
before
back
that
then,
final
to just
blast
know.
happens. That's definitely not gonna kill. Trying to pluck out of the air with
I'm
that
sure he
neutral
did the
signature.
same.
Trying to deny weapons, he picks up the scythe. Waiting
Clean.
patiently, Boomi
Doesn't
not
kill
gonna
well.
Not enough. It was smart for him to
Ugh,
go for
N6
that option.
greed. Now you're off
Over
stage.
just the D-light
Takes
into the
okay.
recovery.
Doesn't take unnecessary damage. Greed.
A little bit more
Oh
force
no, that's
behind
a
it.
punish.
Just forcing it.
Icicles
Don't force attacks, guys. Same with that recovery. It was
Sandstorm
forced.
aside.
You need a reason to win neutral.
Damage goes
That
from
was a
the recovery.
reason,
Boomi
right?
turn around save.
All of those attempts to try and kill,
Into the recovery.
there's no reason. This side sig greed. The Sandstorm didn't do anything to enable the side sig, right?
Oh
Force
no, that's a
behind it.
punish.
And we can keep going.
Icicle
Sandstorm's just chilling here. Greed. Boomi didn't do anything. Sandstorm didn't waste a dodge. He didn't do an attack to enable this recovery.
from Sandstorm.
But then,
Side
when
sig
Sandstorm attacks, that's when you get your kill.
goes for the recovery.
So if
Boomi
you
turn
are
around
trying
there.
to bring
I would
games
be
back
so
and
worried
whatnot,
about you
don't
using
think
that
about
side
trying to
switch on
force
both.
options to
Stuck in that
happen.
for so
Let them
long.
happen
There's gonna
naturally and be in the
punishes
right
from
position
Sandstorm. That's why
to
I think we haven't
capitalize.
seen any of the GC down signatures on blasters like we used
Nice
to see
nair
from him,
recovery,
because
good
that is a
weapon
very
starving.
easy to punish signature.
That was good tempo, but that
Got
was a
the
good
two
down air
shots,
to
but
catch
yeah,
the
it
movement.
locks it
Recovery
in
from Boomi
place.
to retake stage.
Boomi
Sarah's good
still
there.
very damaged
Good
here
dare.
behind
Good
Sandstorm
side
in
light.
Game 5 of winners finals.
And now the game basically brought back. Boomy's won neutral pretty consistently this game. It's just that first stock, a couple like neutral interaction, like not going for the weapon spawn like we talked about earlier. Oh no, I forgot about this. I actually forgot that this happened. This haunts Boomy's dreams. Okay, so the flat jump is that last jump. That's what I thought. That's so sad. I think he had a dodge too. No, he didn't touch ground. That's unfortunate. That is just like... That's Brawlhalla, it happens. At least it wasn't that bad, like it was in red. It's just one attack equivalent. That's sad.
He didn't touch the wall. He got
That's
the
sad.
recovery, but he did not.
If Boomi
reset
won this
himself back
tourney,
to the
it would have
wall
completely
in rare
changed
fashion.
history. Because then, let's say Boomi won BCX, theoretically, let's say he did. Then Sandstorm is not the two-time world champion. So then Impala has won an equal amount of world champions to Boomi and Sandstorm in 1v1. At least on LAN. The online ones matter, but like, it's sad. It's just not the same. I wouldn't weight them the same way.
Falls to his death there, running out of movement options.
The online ones are the biggest online tournaments yet, for sure. So they matter probably equivalent to another LAN, in my opinion. Because the LANs even had more international players than any online tournament. Because every LAN, like even Austin, like I had to play rank 1 at Domestic, so it's like, it just depends.
Trying to keep Sandstorm back, but Sandstorm goes in. The weapon spawn is all the way to the right side.
That's if we're talking like the history of Brawlhalla. I'd consider,
There's the spawn, picks
yeah.
up the scythe.
It's
Nice.
online
Decides
majors
himself.
and then like LANs /
Great spot,
BCX
trying to deny
online,
weapons. Has
then
Gauntlet,
BCX,
eats the
in my
recovery.
opinion. Like LAN
Very
BCX.
patient. Neither of them wants to make a mistake here.
No
They
no
are
hate
not
to the
gonna
world
kill.
champions. It's just
Neutralize
like,
does it.
it's unfortunate with COVID.
You're seeing
Okay.
him juggle
Yeah.
those weapons up
This
and
could have been a
down,
tie
trying to
game if
delay
Boomi
the
didn't
next
int
weapon spawn
that
for
stock,
Sandstorm
and
as
also if
long
he
as
didn't
possibly can.
just
While
make
Sandstorm
mistakes on
wants
the
back
first
in,
stock. He could have like
that
played it
scythe.
safer, done a
He
bit
has
more
it again.
damage.
Yes, Boomi in the orange.
Clean.
There's the strong downlight.
That nair, like a ton of little,
Nair
I wouldn't say
turning Boomi
greed,
around,
it's just a
trying to
little
keep
bit
him
of
on the left side.
overextensions in
Sandstorm
neutral.
does
That
it.
decision making, if it's tempo or if it's punishable, is like really important. And Boomy's made that mistake in decision making more than
Back to the
Sandstorm this
edge.
set. Both make
This is
mistakes,
scary.
but
Boomi gets around.
yeah.
Oh, going for the
like
neutral
that,
save.
nair, that side light is exactly what I mean, where it's like
Throws
Boomy's
him
making more
over to the
tempo
right
mistakes
side.
than
Now
Sandstorm, and then Sandstorm finishes it.
Sends
He's like,
Boomi
I'm
to the
done with
lower
this.
bracket. Sandstorm.
It was his first LAN. He's probably like super happy. Just wants to look cool. But yeah, that's the greatest set of all time. It just completely changed history. There's definitely some other sets that can rival it, but this, in terms of just the two GOATs fighting to make Brawlhalla history, the GOATs first LAN, Sandstorm, like most entertaining, intense game I've watched so far was cheering for Boomi, but yeah, just crazy. But yeah, guys, If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you all later. Peace.